This is pathetic. Fuck you guys, because I had a great time in New Orleans. Anyway. My minor child. Minor child.
Look at that. Look at Gypsy don't give a fuck.
Do not give a fuck.
Oh, babes, sit down. Because the saga of Gypsy Rose Blanchard has just gotten juicier than an overripe mango, and it's giving us all the drama and chaos that keeps the gossip cycle spinning. We're talking tears, or lack thereof, billboards, fake disabilities, messy family dynamics, and even some disturbing whispers about animals. Yes, Gypsy's name is in everyone's mouth again, and this teapot is boiling over. So let's start from the beginning, because this latest performance from Gypsy is getting dragged all over the place. Recently, she tried to tug at everyone's heartstrings with yet another poor me moment. She went on to say that a new Billboard campaign had absolutely devastated her, pushed her into a dark mental space, and triggered thoughts of self-deletion. Dramatic, right? But eagle-eyed fans were quick to notice something suspicious. September just so happens to be Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Coincidence? Honey, Gypsy has never done a thing in her life without a motive, and the timing here is just too perfect. People are starting to say this wasn't raw emotion at all, it was strategy. Now, here's the gag. The billboard that made her so devastated? It had a picture. Whose picture, you ask? Her child's. And girl, before we applaud her for protecting her child's privacy, let's check those receipts. Turns out Gypsy herself was the one who sold that same exact picture to the tabloids. Yes, she sold it. And now she's crying on cue because it's out there. The audacity. Critics are pointing out the obvious. If she wanted privacy, she shouldn't have exploited her own child for money in the first place. But Gypsy's game has always been about creating a problem she can then play the victim of. Classic manipulative storytelling. Now, let's not forget Gypsy's history. And oh boy, does she have one. Allegedly, back in the day, Gypsy was known for pretending to be a mentally disabled, nonverbal child in order to secure sympathy and perks. Yep, she was out there pulling off sick kid cosplay, all for those Make-A-Wish perks and Disney freebies, while being a fully grown adult. People have accused her of essentially stealing experiences that were meant for truly sick and terminally ill children. Even worse, she's been quoted saying things like, "You're not disabled unless you can't walk or talk." Which, let's be real, is beyond offensive. And as if that isn't jaw-dropping enough, let's talk about when she was pregnant. Around that time, she hopped on a podcast and started talking about genetic testing. She claimed she was tested for something called microdeletion and described herself as ranking low on that scale, almost throwing it out there like this brand new chapter in her personal tragedy book. But critics weren't buying it.
Like I said in my book, is that, if I do nothing else right on this godforsaken planet, I hope that I can be a good mom to her. This is not a book. I truly just want to be a good mom. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry.
I'm curious if anybody Gypsy has talked to feels they're getting the full story.
I had a blast last night.
Start daily.
He's too strong.
Yeah, I do miss my mom sometimes.
They argue it was another manipulation tactic to grab attention and keep people invested in her story, just like every other time she's put herself at the center of some emotional whirlwind. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, because this is where things get truly dark. We're talking about the 2015 murder of Claudine D.D. Blanchard. For years, Gypsy spun the narrative that she had no choice because of D.D.'s abusive control. But you guys, the receipts are rolling in that tell a very different story. Evidence shows she did it to be with a boy. That's right, romance overrules abuse in this version of events. Her mother wasn't holding her hostage. She simply didn't approve of Gypsy's obsession with dating and having a family. And here's the twist that gagged everyone. Dee wasn't even keeping Gypsy's father, Rod, out of the picture. The narrative for years was, oh, Dee wouldn't let Rod see Gypsy. Turns out, that was never the case. Rod actually admitted in private messages that he had his own issues and chose to stay distant. Even wilder, after Dee died, Rod allegedly sent Gypsy mushy messages saying he dreamed about Dee and missed her, even calling her an amazing mother. At one point, he even suggested the whole tragedy might have been avoided if Dee had just let Gypsy date.
Ouch.
That comment alone turned the spotlight back on Gypsy's true motives. She wanted freedom not from abuse, but to chase the fantasy love story in her head. And just when you think the plot can't thicken, enter the pets. Allegations have swirled that Gypsy mistreated animals too, with some pointing to photos where her poor cat looks absolutely terrified, like it knew something nobody else did. Rumors of animal cruelty only reinforce the image critics have painted, that Gypsy is not innocent, not a victim, but someone with a deeply dark side she manages to hide behind crocodile tears. What's the vibe right now? Well, it's not great for Gypsy. Many believe she's never taken true accountability for what happened. Instead, they say she not only embraces the fame, but actually finds some twisted thrill in retelling her story for new audiences. There are even whispers that she drops lines like, "Yeah, I miss my mom sometimes," with an almost sarcastic shrug, as if the whole ordeal didn't shake her to the core the way she wants the world to believe it did. So there you have it. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, a woman painted by some as a survivor of unimaginable abuse, but by others as a manipulative mastermind who thrives off playing the victim. Whether she's putting herself at the center of awareness campaigns, exploiting her child's image, pretending to be sick, or rewriting the true motives behind her mother's death, one thing is clear: Gypsy always keeps an angle. And honey, one thing's for sure, this story isn't closing its curtains anytime soon. Because with Gypsy, drama isn't just history. It's a lifestyle. Phew, that's all the tea on Gypsy Rose, y'all. What do you think? Manipulator or misunderstood? Spill it in the comments, smash that like, and don't forget to subscribe for more hot gossip. Until next time, keep your tea hot.